Good morning, friends. Today we are discussing a poem written by William Butler Yeats, shortly known as W.B. Yeats, which is a very popular one called When You Are Old. W.B. Yeats is known for his poetry of love. He has created a real footprints in the 20th century. We can even say him as one of the foremost figures because after he got the Nobel Prize in 1923, he really created his own image in the field of literature, and he created an impact onto the young writers about how do you express the feelings. He has remarkably influenced even the Ireland politics through his plays. Students, this poetry, what you are going to study, is one more which talks about the love, the relationship of love, and the faithfulness that need to be kept in it. The speaker imagines his beloved in the future when she is old and reading the book of poems he is now writing. Reading the book, she will remember the past, her youthful beauty, and the many who admired her, while the others loved her physical beauty and grace. Only he loved her soul and her soul's search for something meaningful. However, she will also feel sad that love also vanished. These are the beautiful lines that we are going to discuss. The same poetry is translated into Kannada by Dr. N.S. Lakshmi Narayana Bhatt. He gives a beautiful title for it, saying, Ni Mudukki Adaga. This talks about the eternal love. Okay, illi eternal love ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ word, when we use it, we need to give importance to the feelings associated with the love and the affection that exists between the lovers. Most of us, we give importance to the physical beauty, we get attracted to that, and we go with it. Many a times it doesn't remain for a longer period. But the internal love, when the soul mates, that eternal love is permanent, and probably it creates histories. We have seen plenty of such examples, starting from Romeo and Juliet. Such eternal love is the one more that we are going to understand here. I would like to narrate the same poem, which is written by Lakshmi Narayana Bhatt in Kannada first, so that the students who are from the Kannada mediums, the students who have the difficulty in understanding this, will get the punch of the lines. Once I read through that poetry, then I'll switch over to English words. Then let's discuss how Yeats has taken it. Now the same poem written by Lakshmi Narayana Bhatt in Kannada, I'm just reciting it. Ni mudukkiyaagi ಕೂದಲು ನರೆತು ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲೂ ನಿದ್ದೆ ತುಂಬಿರಲು ಬೆಂಕಿ ಗೂಡಿನ ಬದಿಗೆ ಕುಳಿತು ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕವ ಕೈಗೆತ್ತಿಕೊ. ಓದು ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ. ಪ್ರಾಯದ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಮ್ಮುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಮಧುರ ನೋಟ, ದಟ್ಟನೆ ನೆರಳ ಸ್ಮರಿಸು ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ. ಪ್ರೀತಿಸಿದಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನಿನ್ನ ಹರ್ಷದೋಲ್ಲಾಸ ಭರಿತಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಜದ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯೋ ಸುಳ್ಳೋ, ಪ್ರೀತಿಸಿದ್ದರೂ ಅವರು ನಿನ್ನ ಚೆಲುವನ್ನು, ಪ್ರೀತಿಸಿದೊಬ್ಬನೇ ನಿನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುದುಗಿದ್ದ ಯಾತ್ರಿಕ ಪವಿತ್ರಾತ್ಮವನ್ನು, ಪ್ರೀತಿಸಿದ ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಬದಲುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ನಿನ್ನ ಮುಖದ ದುಗುಡಗಳನ್ನು ಜಗಜಗಿಸಿ ಹೊಳೆವ ಉರಿ ಸರಳುಗಳ ಬಳಿ ಕೂತು ಮುಖ ಬಾಗಿಸಿ ಉಸುರಿಕೋ ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ನೀನೇ ವ್ಯಥೆ ದನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಓಡಿತು ಹೋಯಿತು ಎಂದು ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಗಿರಿಶಿಖರ ಏರಿ ಮರೆಸಿಕೊಂಡಿತು ತನ್ನ ಮುಖವ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ತೂರಿ. ಇಡೀ ಪೊಯಮ್ ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ 2 ವರ್ಡ್ಸನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಲವ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್. That's the greatest understanding that we are going to run through when we read through this poetry. Love is not a simple term. It talks about all the paradigms of the life and the relationship that exists between the two. Infatuation is a word which merely stands for the attraction, the physical attraction that exists with the external beauty. Friends, the word of infatuation normally occurs at the adolescent ages. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏಜ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಕರ್ಷಿತವಾಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೂ ಲವ್ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಮಯದ ನಂತರ ಆ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಯ ರೂಪ ಮಾಸಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಅದು ಅಂಧಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ತಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರ. ಈ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹುಟ್ಟೋದು ಅಂತರಾಳದ ಪವಿತ್ರವಾದಂಥ ಸಂಬಂಧಗಳಿಂದ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್, it's a temporary term which comes and goes. ನಿಮ್ಮ ರ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಇದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಪವರ್ ಇರೋವರೆಗೂ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಡೇಟಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪವರ್ ಹೋದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಡೇಟಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋವರೆಗೂ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಫೇಡ್ಸ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಟ್ ಲವ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೇರ್ we lose relationships. Number 2, perception of love, perseverance of the love. How do you perceive the love? ಈ ಪರ್ಸೀವರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಫೀಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕದು, ಟಚ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕದು ನಮಗೆ. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. That perseverance is a real aroma that remains with you forever. But a perseverance ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು you should get from the inner feelings, not with the external beautifications, not the external anxieties, not the physical attachments. No sexual relationship comes here. There is nothing from the external beauty that gets added when the word of perseverance of love comes into this. And once you perceive such love, Whether you are old, whether you are young, the age doesn't matter. Age just becomes a number over there. This is what W.B. Yeats talks about it. Let's run through the lines first. First paragraph. When you are old and grey, when you are old and grey and full of sleep, ತಲೆ ಕೂದಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹಣ್ಣಾಗಿದೆ, ಮುಖ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಕ್ಕು ಹಿಡಿದಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಲೀಪ್, ಕಣ್ತುಂಬ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬಂದಿರೋವಾಗ, and nodding by the fire, take down this book. ಆ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಗೂಡಿನ ಬದಿಗೆ, ಈ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬ ಚಳಿ ಇರುವಾಗ ರೂಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆ ಗೂಡಿನ ಬದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ the poet is sitting over there with this book of love, where he has encrypted his feelings, and slowly read, and the dream of the soft look, ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ತನ್ನ ಜೀವನದ ಪಯಣದ ದಿನಗಳನ್ನು ನೆನಪು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ boon that has been given by the God. What is it? You sit and imagine. No other animals get this ability. We imagine a lot. We get into the feelings of imagination and the love. And this love, which we have gone through, which we are running through, which we have felt, and especially when we were young, with the blood, young feelings that was running through our blood, it's very joyous to recollect it back when you become old. ಹಳೆಯ ನೆನಪುಗಳನ್ನು ಕೆದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗ್ರೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಟ್. So the same thing is happening to the writer here. Your eyes had once, and of their shadows deep. ಕಣ್ಣೊಳಗೆ ಆ ಮಧುರನ್ನ ನೀವು ಹೊರಹೊಮ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಒಂದು ಸತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆನಪುಗಳು ಹೀಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮೂವಿಯ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಥರ ಕಣ್ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದು ಹಾದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಚಿನ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋದು, ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡೋದು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 4, 6ಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲ ಔಟ್, ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಡ್ರಾಪ್, ಇದೇ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಒಂಥರ ನೆನಪನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಡೀ ಮ್ಯಾಚನ್ನು ನೋಡಿರುವ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಒನ್ ರಿವೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಪೊಯೆಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. He is going through his young love days where he felt for it, he fell into it, he wanted to enjoy that during that period. All that he is recollecting and reading through that. Second paragraph. How many loved your moments of glad grace? ಇಡೀ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನಾವು ಈ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸಿದ್ದೀವಿ. And loved your beauty with love falls are true. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆ ಒಂದು ಚೆಲುವನ್ನು, ನಮ್ಮ ಸುಂದರವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆಕೃತಿ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ದಿರ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ನಾವೇ ಹೀರೋಗಳು, ನಾವೇ ಹೀರೋಯಿನ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿಯೇ ಕನ್ನಡಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸತಿ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಆ ಥರದ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೀತಿ, and loved your beauty with love falls are true. When one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, ಒಬ್ಬ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗಿನ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಪ್ರೀತಿಸಿದಾಗ and loved the sorrows of your changing face. He did not just love the part of your good life, he was there with you when you were in sorrow also. ಸುಖದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿರೋದಲ್ಲ, ದುಃಖದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ, ನೋವಿನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ನಿಜವಾದಂಥ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರು. ಒಬ್ಬ ಪ್ರೇಮಿಯಾದವನು ಈಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಲವ್ಡ್ ಒನ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಈಸ್ ಮೆಂಟ್. ಒನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಲವ್ ದ ಪಿಲ್ಗ್ರಿಮ್ ಸೋಲ್ ಇನ್ ಯು and love the sorrows of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled. ಹೊಳಿತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಉಸಿರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಿ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮುಖದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನಾ ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮೀರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏಜ್ ಆದಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನೊಳಗೆ ಆ ವ್ಯಥೆ, ಆ ಧ್ವನಿ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು. ಹೇಗೆ ಆ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ನನ್ನಿಂದ ದೂರ ಹೋಯಿತು. ಹೌ ಲವ್ ಫ್ಲಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪೇಸ್ಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಮೌಂಟನ್ಸ್ ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಡ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಮಿಡ್ ಅ ಕ್ರೌಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್. ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಓಡಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅತಿ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಶಿಖರವನ್ನು ಏರಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮರೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಯಿತು. ತನ್ನ ಮುಖದ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಅದು ದೂರಿ ಹೋಯಿತು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಣನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ನಾವು ನೋವಿನಿಂದ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಂಪಾದಿಸೋದು, ಸುಖದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಂಪಾದಿಸೋದು, ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ನಿಂದ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಂಪಾದಿಸೋದು, ಹಾಗೆ ಬಂಧನ ಮತ್ತು ಬೆಸುಗೆಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಂಪಾದಿಸೋದು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಡ್. ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಫೇಸಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ವಿಚ್ ದ ಲವ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್. ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಸೇ ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬಿಟರ್ ಸ್ವೀಟ್ ಪೊಯಮ್ that reveals the complexities of love. ಈ ಪೊಯೆಟ್ರಿನ that's how I would like to describe. You have the best sweet in it, and at the same time he is really giving you the bitterness that is there, that is connected with this. And he is connecting you to the various complexities of the love too. That's exactly what we need to understand. The poem is generally taken to be addressed on his girlfriend, the girl whom he loved through his life, called Maud Gonne. She was the one on whom W.B. Yeats has written plenty of poems, and he talks about the feelings that he had kept up to her, but he could not express it at the right time, in the right manner, and the way that love fades is discussed. Maud Gonne is an Irish actress with whom Yeats was infatuated. Throughout his life, which is why he say male and female pronus. He uses the word, the people getting connected physically, how they depart. And the poem can also be interpreted more broadly without specifying the names, genders of either the speaker or the addressee. In any case, the poem argues in favor of a kind of love based not on physical appearances which fades over the time, but on deeper beauty of the soul it really touches upon. This is the exact core on which Yeats want to say that when you are old. In the first stanza, he speaks the addressee to think ahead to a time when she will be old, tired and grey. Then says the speaker, the addressee will look back nostalgically on her life to date, thinking of her youthful looks and vigor as though they were a dream. Those who love the addressee now, that is, at the time of the poem's writing, when this woman is ostensibly still young, are portrayed as superficial and insincere. The speaker implies that the so-called love of these men for the addressee will fade just as the basis for that love. The addressee's beauty and youth will fade too. The speaker contrasts his own love for the addressee with the inferior love described above. The speaker's love, the poem argues, will stand the test of time because it is based on the addressee's pilgrim soul and the sorrows of her changing face. That is, the speaker perceives an inner resentment of this woman's soul and implies that this will express itself in her changing face as she grows old. The speaker claims that to his experience, love that goes beyond the surface change over the time, but the soul that the speaker loves will never change. This is an important tagline which connects you to this. Furthermore, the pilgrim-like quality of the addressee's soul might be very reason why she seems to have denied the speaker's love. It sounds like the addressee refuses to settle down, meaning that the speaker is expressing love just in spite of being rejected, but in part because of it too. With the above in mind, though the speaker isn't exactly painting a rosy picture of the addressee's future, in a sense, the speaker is predicting a lonely scene, one in which this woman has only a fire and a book of company. Indeed, the speaker predicts that it will be through reading this book, the one in which the poem appears, that the addressee will be reminded of her youth and ultimately her failure to embrace the love when given the chance. The speaker is suggesting that the poem itself will stand as a testament to the speaker's true form of love, when the shallow love of others is nothing but a distant memory. The poem expresses a complicated sentiment, then attesting to the power of love as well as its limits. Indeed, the reader is reminded that true love of kind described is rarely simple, easy, or certain. The speaker directly addresses someone else and asks this person to imagine old age, a time of grey hair and general tiredness. ನೋಡಿ, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಸುತ್ತಿ ಬಳಸಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದೆ. ಈಗ ಪೊಯಿಟ್ರಿಯನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಟ್ವಿ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಜರ್ನಿಯ ಮೂಲಕ. ದೆನ್ ವಿ ಗಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದ ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ written by W.B. Yeats directly. Then I narrated the description of the real love that was engaged. But when the title says you are old, when you are getting back those flashback memories, where are you? What are you with? What kind of feelings are running through your journey? This is exactly testified here, justified here, and made very clear thoughts about it. This is what W.B. Yeats is known for. Why he was said as futuristic writer of 20th century, because he really narrated the true factual loves that existed amongst us. We have seen the same descriptions in the 16th century, 17th century, 18th, even in 19th century, but in 20th century the word of infatuation dominated the true love. And there, W.B. Yeats pronounces it properly. Let's not get into the infatuations. Let's have the true love and let's perceive it. Let's engage into the perseverance of love. That's what this poetry is all about, students. I request you to not just read this from the point of examination, but really understand the real essence behind this. Now let me glance through the comprehensions that are being said over here. In the line 2, the word book refers to, it's the book of poems. The phrase glad grace suggests her inner beauty. Pilgrim soul means the soul which is in quest of true love, which we look for. What is the phrase your changing face suggests? The paths through which you have moved apart in the love. And love fled connotes to the feeling of her love to the man who loved her to the extent that existed. Under comprehension 2, there is a beautiful question that has been described to us. How is the one man different from many others who loved the lady? You need to stress here the difference between the true love and the infatuation, and talk about the perseverance of love. In the second question, the poem brings out the transient nature of beauty as against the permanence of love. Transient state is the phases of the love that starts from the physical beauty, physical attraction, and ends over there at one particular place. But in the true love, permanent love, though it starts from infatuation, proceeds, builds, gets into the perseverance, and really reaches to the ultimatum of true love. That's called soul of love. ಎರಡು ಮನಸ್ಸುಗಳ ಸ್ಪಂದನದಿಂದ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪವಿತ್ರವಾದಂಥ ಪ್ರೀತಿ. ಇದನ್ನು W.B. Yeats ಅವರು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥೈಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಗೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗಲಿ.